Hello, my name is Mark, these are my Dice Tales, and this is my first time attempting a live stream. Now, first things are obvious, I'm going to need to upgrade my webcam, because that is pixelated. It's the best I can do at the moment, so I've got a bit of birthday money coming. Let's see if that might go towards a nice camera. Anyway, this is Modiphius's Call to Arms. I'm proxying. The only model I've got at the moment is a Dragonborn symbol that arrived today. So I look forward to assembling and painting that later on. But it did spur me on to try and have another go at the rules. So I've got here in the distance, I've got Dragonborn, is my chap with the raised sword. I've got Ravenloft, the chap with the bow behind him. And I've randomly determined the adversaries from the spawn pool. I'm basically using the same adversaries that you would get in the Bleak Barrow Fall set. So that is 3 skeleton archers, 3 Draugr warriors, minus skeleton warriors, but you know, Draugr is Draugr, if that's how you say the word, and 1 Draugr overlord, which is the armored one with the sword. If you can sort of make them out, so I'm just like not great on this camera. It's not too bad at close-ups. Yeah. And I could possibly swing the camera and go shake off its little mount and try and go closer into, that'll make it a little bit unwieldy. There we go. So I've got my Dragonborn wandering through the wilderness of the forest into this rocky area, comes across a giant standing stone, 2 treasures guarded by some enemies. Now I did have a little bit of terrain here, but I want to try and get the dice on the camera as well. So in the future, this webcam might be fine for dice cam. And if I do get a better webcam, I could potentially, let's see, what's going to be the best thing? Get it closer, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know, I'm not at that professional level yet, but this might be the first of many. That's not a bad view. I think. We'll go with that. So, Standing Stone, the mission, this is the first on a campaign, so there's 3 missions in the campaign. This is the first one. Has you wandering through the wilderness, and you come across a Standing Stone. I think you're trying to track down bandits, trying to find the Golden Claw, which is pretty much the first mission in Skyrim the game as well. The mission instructs you not to have any terrain around 6 inches of the Standing Stone, Wonder Woman in this case, and then advises you to place a number of treasures. Because I'm playing 149 septims limits, I've got 2 treasures. Now they may be lots, they may be master treasures, they may be unopened, but there is an oath in this mission which says if you don't equip or use a treasure, you're going to get an extra victory point. So that would save me having to look up at my proxy treasure cards. I have lots of notes, and I've got photos of cards from other YouTubers, from the Rolling Solo, and I proxied my dice. So this symbol is a Dragonborn symbol. That's the same across every dice. This is a green dice, so that's -2, -3, -1. Yellow dice, 1 damage, 2 damage, no damage, 2 damage, 1 damage, Dragonborn symbol. The black dice is a bit more complicated. Again, the Dragonborn symbol, the Oblivion symbol, and the cross sword symbol. And then 3, 2, 3. And the red is, we're going to use the orange as the Oblivion symbol, white as the cross swords. Skill dice. The numbers generally represent what the numbers are, apart from 17, 18, 19, which represents 2 replenishes. 1 is a critical hit, and 1 is a miss. 19 and 20 are critical hits. 1 and 11 are misses, and then the rest of the numbers are numerical other than that. So a 2 is a 2, a 12 is a 2. That's how I'm making my dice. I did create a table, a little bit, because I've sort of tried to maneuver it and go live. It will be nearby my sheet with my dice conversions on it. It will be nearby. La 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 la. La 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 la. Here we go. I'll just show you that. This is my homemade sheet. So 17 is a critical hit with a replenish, 18 is a critical miss with a replenish, 19 and 20. Oh, it's reversed. That's weird, isn't it? Anyway, that's how that works. Anything else we need to know? I don't think so. So we've got a spawn pool. I'm basically going to use dice to randomize things, whereas in the actual game you'd use tokens. I don't see that would be any bother. Let's get to it, and hopefully I can look up. I've got the PDF in the background, and let's see if we can ever have a few turns. This mission is an 8-turn mission, and let's minimize that. And nope, better than that whistle. I'm aiming to score at least 9 victory points, and I'm going to do that by being within 3 inches of the standing stone with having no enemies within 3 inches. There's 1 player model and no adversaries within 3 inches of the standing stone model. That's going to be tricky, especially with the overlord out from the bat. I can only score 1 victory point a turn. So even if I score 1 victory point a turn, that's not going to get me the narrow victory I need. And that is by having the same number of player models within 3 inches. With that and the oath, that might be doable. So maybe the tactic is take out the 2 minions, then take out the overlord. And let's hope we get lucky and don't activate the overlord. Sounds like a plan. That might be the plan that I'm going to go with. So let's remove some of these superfluous dice. I can always toss those in when I need to. And I'm going to activate the Dragonborn. So this is better than having the shaky cam in my hand, because at least it's static and I can measure things. So, Dragonborn, everyone can move. Let's make sure we're 6 inches from the edge. Nope, we're just going to move him back an inch. And if I can move 6 inches, 9 inches, I'm just out of range of these two. However, and I've got a shout, and my shout, let's see, let's get those dice there. Let's bring up the... Where's the Sage Drive gone? Boom. Google Drive, Skyrim cards, back. I did. There we go. A green and a yellow. 6 inches. And it uses... So it doesn't look like I've got the symbol for it. It uses a crossbow symbol and a double-headed axe symbol. I don't have any of those symbols. But it might be worth trying to take out one of those minions. So, but if I move within 6 inches... Right, I've got to try and get to within 6 inches of one, but not the other. Is that going to be possible? Without getting within 6 inches of him. Okay. I'm going to sprint to the center, and I'm just going to let them both attack me. So I've done an action, and I've used the stamina and magicka regenerate at the start of every turn. I've got 3. I've just spent 1. I'll get 1 back. So instead of moving 6 inches, I've moved 9 inches, extra 3 inches because I'm wearing light armor. It would be an extra 2 inches if I was in heavy. And then they interrupt me, I believe. So this means that everything would activate. That could be a terrible, terrible plan. Well, we've done it now. Let's see how it goes. It's my first live session, and the camera's not great. So let's just see how it goes. Skeleton numero uno. It's got a number 2, and on his AI matrix, number 2 is just attack. Because it's a swordsman, it's basically going to say, am I in range? Yes, I'm in within 6 inches. And he's going to charge me. This is good. So if he interrupts me and charges me, my second action can be attack him. So that's something at least. So a skeleton Draugr has a green and a black dice. Really? Skeleton swordsman. Ouch, green and black. So he's quite a good fighter. Bam. He has 3 damage and -3. I didn't roll the skill dice. 14, so he's rolled a 4 -3, so that's going to be under his stats. He needed to roll under, where is the skeleton? Sauceman. He needs to roll under 3, so that's quite lucky. And he's done 3 damage to me. However, I have leather armor, which is a yellow dice. Hey, I'll just take a sip of water. And I blocked 1, so I've taken 2 damage. So I'm just going to mark that off the board on a little yellow token here. Lego token. My Dragonborn has taken 2 damage, and he's also used this stamina. Okay, so I don't need to keep that on the camera, that's fine. The other one will also react, the Skeleton Archer. So again, we roll the black dice. He has the Dragonborn symbol, and let me see, the Dragonborn symbol is fall back. That's pretty good for me. So fall back, I feel like I want to look up fall back, to be honest. So call swarms, let's switch PDFs. Adversary, fall back. Move, objective, defend. Where's the fallback one? It is a cautious fallback. So determine. It will sprint. Anyone who's within line of sight. It will block. Fallback. Determine the closest enemy model. If there are any ties, advantage, move as far away as possible from that target. Right, so he's going to move 6, 7, 8. He's going to move 9 inches away from me. Does he want to keep me in line of sight? You've got to basically move into cover. So he's going to move behind this rock here. Maybe that's further away. That seems fine, so I'm happy with that. I then get my second action, which is to strike him. Now, I have dual savagery, which I got a dagger and a sword. Let's try and get all my paperwork in order. Where's all my paperwork? Could have been more organized. So mine is green, yellow, yellow. And because it's an undead, I get an extra yellow as well. And I could aim this. Use another stamina? Yeah, I'm going to use another stamina because I want to finish this guy off. So I've got a 14. I've got a -3, a -1. Did I say, where am I getting this extra? It's 2 yellow anyway. An extra yellow because it's undead, so I'm doing 2 damage. The Dragonborn symbol is 1 damage as well as Dragonborn symbol, which gets me, with this weapon, a stamina back. So I've done 3 damage. And the skeleton boss. What am I doing? No, I'm not looking at the skeleton boss, I'm looking at the Draugr. Yellow defense dice. So he gets the yellow defense dice. He blocks 2. I did 3. 1 got through. It's a minion. That's all that was needed. Pop. Hurrah! First death. And I'm within 3 inches of that. It's not the end of the turn yet. We've got activations to go. This is now the enemy's activation. Now, there's only 1 enemy on the board because this one is activated. That one hasn't activated. So it's the Overlord's turn. He rolls a black dice to determine. It's a number, which is an attack. Can he get into melee range? And I've misplaced my ruler. These blooming see-through rulers. 6 inches. He can if he sprints. So let's find out if he's going to sprint. Let's have a look. I believe he's cautious. Melee attack. Able. No. Will sprint if required. Will sprint if required. So he wants to come and attack me with his axe. I do worry because he says preferred attack is a melee attack. And the Dragonborn, I don't see where it says what the preferred attack is. Because it could potentially shout at me, but for keeping it simples, I'm just going to have him stab me, which is green, yellow, yellow, and he can get punishing if he rolls a Dragonborn symbol, which means it's harder for me to stand up. So green, yellow, yellow, very similar to me. Oh, I didn't get to use my dual salvatory, but I killed it before. Yunk. So 8 minus 3 is 5. What does it need to hit me? Oh, it needs a 5. That's unlucky. Unlucky for me. But it's only doing 1 damage. I've got a yellow in defense. And I block 2, so it doesn't hurt me. Fantastic news. Right. That is them done. Now I've got Reloth. Reloth cannot hide. He could shoot. He could aim. Let's see. Is that what he's going to do? Does he want to get in there with his axe? Sprint in there with his axe? I found out that he's a ranger. He can just put his bow away and get straight in there. So he's not in range. He's going to sprint in. Because he's a ranger, he puts his bow away as a free action and pulls out his axe. And his axe is yellow, yellow. So he doesn't have a green dice. It doesn't come with a green dice. It's just yellow, yellow. So I am going to aim it by spending a stamina on him. I've already sprinted, so I've lost a stamina there as well. And let's aim. And I think I get an extra green dice because I'm outnumbering the guy now. So it's 6 minus 2 minus 2. So it's 2. 3 damage. Fantastic news. And he's going to block. And he has 2 yellow in defense. He blocks 2. I did 3. I've done 1 damage to him. And where is my little box of tokens gone? 1 damage to the Draugr Overlord. And that would be turn 1. So I've made a table of event cards. So I'm going to roll D12. There's 11 in there, but I'm going to do card number 4. Card number 4 is disease. One model must pass a endurance check or have the disease at it. So the Dragonborn is the strongest endurance. 8, so failed it. So I'm now diseased. To keep it simple for my first live stream, I want to ignore that. But there would be another card which you could put next to here which says my stats are lower. And it would then, the next turn, I would sort of shrug it off, and then the next turn it would go away. But it would lower my stats for 2 turns. To keep it simple, every other game I've played, I've always shrugged it off. So I'm going to shrug it off here as well. Let's see. But what else does it do? It spawns 2 enemies. So where did that other one go? He's gone back to the spawn pool. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the spawn pool. So let's see which one comes onto the board. Number 6. I'll just take the one at the end. And they're going to come on the closest corner, which I think is going to be this corner here. And there's 2 enemies. So let's see if I roll again. Number 3, 2 swordsmen have come wandering into the wilderness, disturbed by my presence around the standing stone. At the beginning of the game, I did work out that this was the apprentice standing stone, which is basically going to do nothing, because none of my guys are magic. It would give me magic regen and weakness to magic. I don't cast magic, and I don't think the enemies shout classes as magic. So it's just defunct. We just need to be there for victory points. And now I've just scored 1 victory point. Can I keep a track of that? I'm going to keep a track of that with this 8-sided dice. So I've scored 1. And this 6-sided dice, I will say we are on now turn 2. And the adversaries, the adversaries would get priority now. So they're going to act again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 adversaries on the board. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. It says Drago Warrior at the back. So he rolls a 2, which is an attack. None of my guys are hiding, so that makes it dead simple. He's going to try and get as close as possible. And we just worked out that that would be a sprint as well. So 9 inches is going to get him to there. And is he going to block as well? Move as close as possible, ranged attack, and block. So that's going to give him an extra yellow dice. He's not within 3 inches. It's fine by me. That's one activation. And it's my first activation. My Dragonborn is going to lay into the Overlord. Let's see if he can take him out. So this might be a chance where I get to use dual savagery. But Seal Sword is green. Extra green because I'm outnumbering. And 2 yellow. This is from my first attack. Is there something about doing damage, more damage? Can I power wield this? I'm just going to quickly scroll through. Ready, melee attack, pass, elevated terrain, endurance checks. Oh, gone too far. Work out advantage, activating a model, perform actions, boosts. It is a boost that I'm looking for. Cover, range, damage. Special animation. Outnumbered. I've done the outnumbered. Two one-handed weapons. Once the initial melee attack with the primary weapon is complete, you may immediately take an attack with the secondary weapon with a +2 modifier. Okay. So we need to know that. Where is the boost? Power attack. Use 1 stamina. So I've got 1 stamina back. I'm going to spend that again. Add a yellow dice. So I've got 3 yellow dice and 4 yellow dice because it's undead. So hopefully we can clobber him. Oh, 18. I think that's a miss on my table. It is a miss on my table. I do want to change it because I want to make that a crit on my table because I don't like the way I've written my table out. Oh, that would have been a lot of dice. However, I can attack again with my Iron Dagger, which is just 1 yellow dice. That's no good. I'm going to spend a stamina to aim it. So I've got a green and a yellow. I've got a green from my colleague in combat. And I've already done a boost, so I don't think I can power attack it as well. No, tell you what, I'm going to use this +2. I'm going to use the power attack again instead of getting extra green. So I've already got a green from my colleague. 5, 6, 7 -3 because it's +2 because this is my second attack. -3, 1, 2, 3, 5. What is my stat? My stat is 5. That is just a close hit. So I've done 1 damage on my second yellow dice. 3 damage and 1 more yellow dice because it is undead from the power attack. 4 damage. Now let's roll the defense. So 3 damage going through. How many hit points does he have? He has 4 hit points. He's already taken 1. I've killed the Overlord. Hoorah! Smash. Loving that. Did I mention which oath I was taking? I'm taking 2 oaths because I've tried to record this twice. And there is an oath of clearing, making sure no enemies get within 3. Not going to bother with that one. There's one where I don't use and pick up the treasures. I'm fine with that because I don't need to look up on my random tables on what the treasures are doing. And yeah, the apprentice won't have done anything. I'm now in a position to get the... So long as they don't move into close combat, I'm in good to go. Awesome. Right go. Someone within 6 inches is now going to activate. So I attacked. The second attack with Dual Savagery was immediate, so he didn't get to react to that, but he's now going to react to this one. I've always been forgetting these in the past. He moved up and activated, so he's not going to activate, and he's too far away. Fantastic. So there's no reactions. On to the enemy turn. So there's 2 people that haven't activated yet. So I'm just going to 1 to 4, it's the Sauceman. 8, it's the Archer. Let's see, Cal the Archer, what you're going to do. Oblivion symbol. Oblivion symbol on your AI chart is attack. You are a shadow. Are you max or shadow skeleton? I think a shadow. So I need to look at the table. Oh, it's might. And it's Oblivion symbol. It's a move. So you're not going to shoot at me, I don't think. Let's bring up the move symbol. Scroll, 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 scroll. You're a cautious mover. You're in cover. I think you're just going to block. You cowardly little skeleton. I don't see the point of these archers at the moment. They're really bugging me AI-wise. So that's his 2 activations. He's not going to have any more. I've got Relof. Relof is a ranger. He can equip his bow. He's going to try and take out the lead. The leader over there. So I'm going to just shoot you with my bow. You're within 10 inches. And within 10 inches is green and a red. A green and a red dice. So I will aim that. So I've got a stamina back. I'm going to spend that stamina again. Let's see what we get. What? 18. Miss. First action. You can't attack again. Murray, do I just want to move up and sort of block my Dragonborn? Could have gone and got treasure. I don't think we deploy other objectives in this scenario. I think the statue is the objective and you don't deploy the other ones. And that is round 2. So we're going to have another 12-sided dice. Number 10. Lights out. Darkness. Is it being darkness for 1 turn? So for whatever happens, whether it's a really partial eclipse, and I've just scored 3 victory points. So we're on victory points of 4 going into turn 3. This is much quicker, and you know, when it goes so smoothly, I have played a few times and got lots wrong. I think I'm getting things right at the moment. There are no reactions. I can chop and change for my bow for free action because of what was fighting stance? I looked that up. I don't think it's it. I think it's an extra green in hand-to-hand combat. Well, yeah, extra green with a hand-to-hand weapon. I'm good to go. I'm quite happy that I scored that many victory points. How many did I need? 9. Advantages is back to me, so I'm going to go straight back to Relof. And he's going to shoot again. Get his stamina back. Use that stamina to aim. Shoot. Green. And where is the red dice gone? 2 yellows. Hanging out in the box there. Bop, 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 bop. I've got a 2. Minus lots. Minus lots. Does the... I think that means hunting bow. Dragonborn symbol is piercing 1, so it's going to ignore a block. And the Oblivion... Oh, cross swords, piercing 2. So I don't think he can survive this, no matter what. 2 damage and piercing 2. Blocks 1, kills it. Oh, he's got blocks 1. Blocks 2. Pierce 2 goes through, kills him. So he had an extra yellow dice because he was blocking. And he goes back to the spawn pool. Hold on. I did say lights out. I haven't spawned another enemy onto the board. So the Overlord hasn't gone back to the pool. Just going to use a D6. Got 4 people in there. Number 1, it's another archer. They're coming at the closest points, so they're always going to be coming on at this corner at the moment. So nearly did miss something. And now it's my opponent's turn, so a shot. I'm wondering, should I go and hide to try and get extra damage dice? So I'm going to say I'm hidden. Well, not hiding yet, but I'm going to go to the other side of the stone, potentially hide next turn and then shoot. Okay, got 3 enemies on the board. Which one's going to activate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6, it's the closest cowardly skeleton archer. Is it going to try and shoot me this turn? So use a black dice. 2 is an attack. And you are definitely... Do you need to move to attack? No. You're in range, so he's going to aim, so he's going to get an extra green dice. And where has my enemy piece gone? There it is. Skeleton Archer is green, yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. And he's going to aim. See what he gets. He's got a 3. -4, so that's under his stats, and he's done 2 damage. I'm a Dragonborn. I think that means roll an extra 1. Yes, it is. So I blocked 1, blocked 3, so shields up or swords out. Ka-ching. Knock the arrow from the sky. Do you lose block when you shoot? I think you do. So he's lost his block, and that is the first activation for the enemy. I've had my first activation. I've gained the blessing for being the closest there. I should probably go out and meet the enemy at this point. So I gain the stamina back to my Dragonborn. I think I'm going to need to use it. Yes, I'm going to need to use it to charge, and I'm going to try and kill that skeleton warrior. So again, I probably won't need my dual wield, but it's green, yellow, yellow. I'm not going to use any stamina on this. I'm just going to try and get all my stamina back. 2, -2 is definitely a hit. Dragonborn symbol on this weapon is restore stamina, so I'm actually on full stamina. I've done 2 damage. And skeletons have 1 yellow defense. Blocks 1, dies, back to the pool you go. Happy days. 2 enemies on the board, so 1 to 4. It's the archer. What's he going to do? 3. Have we determined that that was attack? I think we have. Yep, if I roll a number, it's an attack. Can he see me there? He will see me. I would get cover. I think I am just sticking out on that corner there where the skeleton archer is. So he will aim. So he's going to get 2 greens, 2 yellows. Cover. What does that give me? I think that gives me... Doesn't make it harder. Just going to quickly type in cover into Wikipedia. Cover. Previous. Lots of references to cover. Airy terrain. Climbing bonus. Jumping down. Incapacitated. Remaining effects. Cover. Yeah, gaining yellow defense dice. So I'll have 2 yellow defense on this. And don't forget the skill dice. 19. It is a crit. But he's a skeleton, so he doesn't get a black dice. But he's done 2 damage to me. And that's piercing 1. 2 damage with piercing 1. I get 2 defense dice. I block 2. 1 gets through. I've lost another. I've got 2 hit points left on my Dragonborn. Now, he does have a healing potion. I don't think that's a free action to use. I'll use it next turn just to be safe. How are we doing? I'm the only one next to. Did he activate? I think we've had 2 activations. I've maybe used tokens to remember who I've activated. You've activated. I think that's it. I think that's turn 3 done. 4, 5, 6, 7. Well on the way of scoring my 8 victory points. Moving on to turn 4 on a rapid pace. Pretty sure I went first. The enemy's going to go first this turn. Let's have an event. Number 11. Calm before storm. We forgot darkness, but I don't think it would have affected anything. I think darkness reduces range, but I think it's something like. Let's quickly bring up what darkness should have been. Darkness. There's 4 references to darkness. Special rules. It might be in the other PDF. Let's John. Oh, that's the wrong PDF. Search. Darkness. And what does darkness do for us? It does say that we've got darkness. Line of sight is limited to 12 inches. It was well within that, so I'm happy with that. I did roll at the start when I did set up and lay out the enemies that were in the wilderness, and there was no special effect. So on to turn 4. Oh, how many baddies is that? Calm before the storm. Oh, gosh. A blizzard that ends or starts next round. So we're going to have a blizzard next round. That's just complicated. Anyway, spawn 2 more enemies. So let's do the 2 more enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have another archer on the board. Number 1. So 2 swordsmen, 2 archers, flooding in on the closest corner. Might move away from that with only having 2 hit points. I believe it's them to go first, so I'm going to activate one of those 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. So it's the archer, which is good. The archer's rolling 3, which we determined is an attack action. We determined that it can see me. We determined that it's going to aim. It's going to get an extra green and 2 yellows. I've got cover from it. He's rolled a 5 minus 3, so that's a hit because he needed 3 or less. He's done 2 damage. I've got 2 yellow. Blocked 1 and down to 1 hit point. I haven't used my healing potion yet. So I do need to dodge out of there. So let's see. Can I have an activation marker? Because I don't want to get confused again. So I activated that one. Over to the players. I'm going to heal. And healing potion. Let me just bring up the cards. Skyrim cards. Back. Does it give me a yellow dice back? A yellow dice back. 2 hit points back. So I'm up to 3 hit points on my Dragonborn of 5. That's not too bad. I do wonder if you can even hear the rain going on in this room. And I am going to leg it. So I might even sprint it away. Let's have Arella doing some arching. So I've got a stamina back. I am at full stamina. So I'm going to leg it to there. It should give me a bit of cover from the stone itself. Cool. And then it's back to the enemy activation. There's going to be 2 activations. We've got 3 enemies left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. The archer. Black dice. What's it going to do? Cross sword symbol. What is a cross sword symbol? Cross swords is move. It's basically going to move to cover as close as possible. So I'm going to have you come around there. I'm going to stick that out for you just to give you a bit of cover. Just to make it a bit more interesting. I don't want it hanging too far back. It'll get a bit boring for us hanging around. So let's move him out to there. Relof's turn. Relof can probably be seen at that point. Easy within 10 inches. Do you move and block? Let's just bring up the AI. Back to... attack, move, cautious move, move to cover, block if able. You're blocking, in cover, blocking. These got 3 yellow dice in defense. So Relof is going to have to really pierce through that. Not as much you can do. Hunting bow, green and red, green and red, green and red. You can do it. I mean, the oath about not picking up the treasure. Do I need to at the least picked it up? You do not know. Let's just take a pot shot. So, am I within 10 inches or is it long range? Within 10 inches, so that's my short range. Green and red. Might as well aim it with a stamina. Yeah. 1 is crit miss. Doesn't matter what I roll. Let's take all these dice. That's getting confusing. But it was, the main dice did say 1, so that's all we needed to know. I'm going to check out that treasure anyway, so I'm going to move there. Next turn, I can potentially pick it up. The Dragonborn can pick it up as a free action, but that's not going to happen. So we've got an activation. I fled, he shot. Turn over. I'm the only one within 3 inches, so 7, 8, 9, 10 victory points. Do you have a 10-sided dice? I do. Let's change that to 10. Let's go on to turn 5. I believe it's back to me. I'm going to loot this treasure. Do I really want to see what it is? Where is my piece of paper which has the treasures on it? Okay, I think it's a D12 again for me. Yeah. I rolled a 7 on the floor. Can't hit my little box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a healing potion. So Arella now has a healing potion. So that's 1 action. And he's going to move back. So he's within 10 inches of shooting potentially next turn. That then moves over to an activation on the enemies. So we've got... Oh, did we spawn? Did we miss the events? Number 3. Event number 3. Divine Inspiration. 1 model can reroll its next test and spawn 2 onto the board. Now, there's only 2 monsters left, so I don't even need to roll for that. So more skeletons. 1 swordsman, 1 archer. Oh, potentially I could have had 1 over there when the Relof was over there. But I think it was here when it should have spawned, so... Technically, I think that is the closing. Just to make things interesting, I think this is the closest corner. Because he's over here, we're on that side of the board. I'm saying they can't come from the hero's point, but I need to double check that in the rules. Because potentially I think they would have come from here, but I'm going to have them coming on from behind this building. Right, and then it's I've just looted and come back, so that's my action. 1 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of them. And I'm going to keep that number. 6, so one of the new guys. And it's a swordsman. And it's a number, so he's going to move and attack. So we know that he's going to sprint. So 9 inches brings him into camera range. And he blocks. Good jump. Puts his shield up. Brrr, coming for me. Okay, that's the first activation. I had a little token for that, didn't I? So then it's my go. Dragonborn with 3 hit points. I've not had any reactions. I keep remembering to forget reactions, but I don't think anyone's been within 6 inches of me yet. So Dragonborn is within 6 inches. I'm going to move out. I've got my stamina back. And I'm going to use it. I'm going to do a aimed attack. So Hunting Sword is green, yellow, yellow. And I will add an extra green to that. Aiming it with stamina. 3 with lots. I've done 1 damage because it's an undead. I'm going to get an extra damage. 2 damage. He has 1 defense dice. Blocks 1. Ooh. He's got a shield up. Blocks 2. So he's defended. Successfully defended. I don't think enemies do shield bashes as far as I'm aware. So he has blocked that. Second enemy. So second enemy activation, and this will be the end of the turn. Number 4. 1, 2, 3. The archer up front. 2. 2 is attack. And your range is 8 inches. I think you're out of range. Ooh, touch and go. Touch and go. I think you are in range, but with cover. So you're going to lose your block. Green, green, green. Let's get rid of the random dice. Add skill dice. And go. 13. So that's a 3, minus 3, minus another 2. So it's definitely a hit. 1 damage, 2 damage, and pierce 1. Relof has light armor. And he's behind cover. Blocks 1, blocks 2, pierce 1. What does the Dragonborn symbol do on my armor? As gives me the yellow dice. Excellent. And I don't need to use the symbol twice, but I blocked 3. Pierce 1. Block 3. I think that still makes me safe. I'll block more, even if he pierces it. Makes sense? Yeah. That makes sense. Could have passed on my potion. I think that is turn again, because I've had 2 activations. I've activated both of mine. So we're going to turn 6. I'm the closest one to this, so another 3 points. What can I use to demonstrate those extra 3 points? So I'm on 13 points. Turn 6, and there's 8 turns left. Another spawn chance. So let's take off the activations. Let's see what events we're going to get. See if we get any duplications. We've had a 10. I'm marking off the ones we've got. We haven't had a 9. Secret passage. So place a secret passage token, and then another one 8 inches away. I don't really mind where these go. I don't really need them. So one there, 8 inches away. Another one. Let's move that another way. And the exit's there. Anyway, how many does that spawn? That spawns 2. The entire army is on the board, so nothing else is going to spawn onto the board. I think we can call this a win, to be honest. Getting it right. They move first. It's us moving first this turn. Let's take out that skeleton. So green, yellow, yellow. And I get an extra yellow because it's being undead. 4 minus 2 is fine. 1 miss, 1 Dragonborn symbol. What's the Dragonborn symbol do on us again? That gives me my stamina back. So I'm back to my stamina anyway. 2 damage. All it needs to do, it's got a block up. Oh, it's block 2 anyway. It doesn't lose the block at the end of the turn. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. That's fine. It's now going to react to me, though. So this, I moved into it last time. Now it's going to react to me. So it is going to hit me. It hits hard, doesn't it? Green and black. Green and black. And a 20-sided dice. 7 minus 3. I think it might have missed. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. What does it need? It needs 3. It swings. It misses. That's lucky, because that would have been 3 damage potentially. Could have potentially killed me. So that's an activation, but it doesn't count as an activation. Is what I'm aware of. So now we're going to choose one of the others. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's roll d6 for that. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This archer. And they're going to do a trading blow, they expect. Let's see what we get. It is. You're in range. It's going to be aim and shoots. Yellow, yellow, green, green. That was a 7. I'm going to keep it as a 7. 7 minus 4. And again, I think that's a miss. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 7. No, it's a 3. It is a 3. So where's my brain gone? It is a late night, and I'm trying to work out the live streaming, etc. Let's see what happens. So he's done 3 damage to me. I've got cover. I block 2. Take 1 damage. We're good. That's his first activation. I attacked. He attacked back. I want to stay by that, so is there any way? I probably can't get him outside of cover because he's near. I'm within 10, so I've got my good bow. Let's aim and shoot at him. So I'm going to use the stamina, getting the stamina back, use the stamina. 16. I need Dragonborn. What does the Dragonborn do on my bow again? Pierce. So I've got -2. 6 minus 2 is 4. What does Relof need to hit? Relof needs. Where is your Relof card gone? Relof, where are you? There you are, Relof. Oh, you need a 4 to hit. Well done. And he's done 2 damage. He's in cover, so he's going to get 2 yellow dice. Nothing. Bang. Another skeleton's gone. So which one is going to activate now? Again, I'm making it messy. 1, 2, 3. Archer at the back. Archer at the back is going to Oblivion symbol me. And the Oblivion symbol is... Move. Move to cover. So he's at least going to see me. I'm going to say he's going to move onto the hill because that gives him cover. Because we can't see up. And does it get anything else? I don't think it gets anything else on elevation. And he's going to block. He's just going to literally climb up there and block. He activated. I shot. He reacted. I think that is turn. So we're going on to turn 7. I'm still the only one next to this thing, so 16 points. Major victory. I think I'm in the major victory realms. Can they potentially kill me this round or next round? What is the random events? 8. Don't think we've had 8. Ancient riddle. We would get a puzzle on the board. Where are my boxes? Try some things away. So he puts a puzzle 8 inches away from someone. So it's dangerous to anywhere else. I'm going to say there next to the secret passage. That will represent my puzzle. Where's that on the box? I'm sure I've got nicer puzzle pieces, but because I'm live, I'm going to just go with that for now. Got my victory points. Spawn again. And closest corner is going to be this corner, because that's where my Dragonborn is. I think it's... I went first because he reacted. It's them to go first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6 on the board. Number 2, one of these. The arch down here. Oblivion symbol, which we've determined is move. And I think you might have to sprint, so get out a little bit. Yeah, let's get you all the way to that little bit of cover there. Another juking out. Cop show, just shooting out behind the rocks. Pew, pew. With our arrows. That's an activation. I will activate and kill a skeleton Draugr. That can potentially threaten my stone. So 20. And a green, yellow, yellow, and I will aim it for the stamina. Again, stamina back. Gives stamina 8 minus lots. 3, 4, 5. Yep. That's 3. 1 damage, give him stamina back. So 3 damage and 4 damage because it's an extra dice for being undead. He's not going to block this. He's got a block symbol up. Should have lost that because he attacks me. Pretty sure he attacked me. Should have lost that. You can't block this. Bang. Back to the spawn pool you go. Something within 6 though. We've got an archer that can potentially see me. Let's see what he does. If he rolls a number, no, he's going to move. So he doesn't need to move. He can already see me. He's already got cover. That annoys me. Now, I think it does say, do something that makes sense. So I'm now going to do something that makes sense. I'm going to aim and shoot at myself. This is where I'm going to regret this, and I'm going to kill my Dragonborn. I know it. Yeah. 18 is a crit miss. That was an 18. Would have been 2 damage, so I'm happy that I didn't have to suffer that. So that was a reaction. Now the second action. 1, 2, there's 3 enemies left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. And let's see what he's going to do. I don't think there's anything he can do apart from move forward. That is the move forward symbol anyway, so sprint 9. Coming to get you. Oh. Anything else? 2 activations. My activation, I've got a shot. I'm going to try and take out this pesky archer. Yes, I'm going to take out the pesky archer. 1, because he's within 10. So it's a green, and I'm going to stamina it, and a red. Six minus 1 is 5. I think I need 4. Oh, that's another minus 1. And 2 damage. He has cover because he's higher than me. Blocks 3 damage. Don't think we've got any bonuses I could have added to that. Pierce 1, block 3. I did 2. He blocked 3. I think he's still safe. He's still safe. I think it's activated shot. I think that's turn. Final turn. Another 6, 7, 8, 9 points. So I'm on 19. Gosh. $19 victory points. Going into turn 8. Let's roll a random event. Number 8. I think we've had number 8. An ancient riddle, which is here. That could potentially get me extra victory points. What do you do with an ancient riddle? It's a puzzle, so you pass an intelligence check, and I think you get 2 victory points. But we've had it anyway. We can't stop rolling 8s. Can't stop rolling 8s. 5. I don't think we've had a 5. Secret path. Someone that's not staggered can move 6 inches. Let's move to the puzzle. There we go. And what fell on the floor? A block. Similar. I think that's my... Was that archer up there with block? He's got cover and block, so he's not going to be shot down anytime soon. Okay, last turn. Ooh. I can't go over there, or I could go over there, but I want to stay within 3 inches to get my victory points. Yeah. And something's going to come back on the board. That's the closest corner, so Sauceman's going to come on over there. Yeah, there's no spawn zeros. Something's going to spawn every turn. It's spawn 1, 2, or 3. Final turn. Let's get this done and wrap this up as my first live event. So yeah, webcam upgrade, not bad. Dice camera when I've got a second camera, which I know I've got coming. Yeah, not bad. Or even buy another cheap one just to get that angle better. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking this. I'm okay with it. So take the activations off. Who went first last turn? I've not been playing ball. I normally have a token like a piece of terrain that I move back and forward. Not been paying attention. Who went first last time? I think they went first. I think it's me going first. Right, because it's me going first, I'm going to try. I'm going to sprint to this puzzle. Do you know what? If I went through that's within 6 inches, and then teleports me to here, so I don't need to sprint. I can save my stamina, and I'm going to attempt to figure out the puzzle, which I think is just like an intelligence check. My Dragonborn intelligence is 3. 15. Failed, so that's a 5. I needed 3. Didn't pass the puzzle. I don't think anything bad goes on, but it's the last turn, so I'm not really bothered about it. Let's have an ending activation. How many things have we got on the board? I think quite a lot. 1, 2, 3. Archer on the roof. Archer on the roof can see Arella. So he's going to aim. Actually, you're going to be long range, aren't you? So I think you're 8 inches. So you don't get he's going to aim, but he doesn't get 2. When he goes to long range, he doesn't get the extra green. So normally it'd be green, yellow, yellow. Now it's just going to be, where's my yellow? There we go. 1 green because he's actually spending stamina to aim. 4, luckily got the -1, which makes it a hit. 2 damage, and out in the open. Block 2 damage. Fine, that's the first activation done there. And I think this is coming home to me now. I've activated Reloff way too hard. Try and take out this, because he can potentially move and stop me getting victory points here. Take out that Draugr Swordsman. So I'm going to spend the stamina, regain a stamina at the start of my turn. Spend the stamina to aim. And I'm a red dice. More powerful bow than the... that's a 20-sided dice. More powerful bow than skeletons. 19 is a crit. So that means I add a black dice to this. I've already done 2 damage. 3, 4, 5 damage. You can't possibly defend it. I'm just going to pop him off. You know what? Roll his dice anyway. I think... Does he get an extra dice for that? Blocked 1, but he can't block more than that. No, it's just a yellow dice with no special bonuses. He doesn't get the Dragonborn symbol, so Dragonborn symbol just blocked 1. He's popped off. Second activation, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The archer over there, he's not going to be able to do anything. I'll move him anyway. Let's see what he's going to get. Which is attack. So he's going to try and move 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Take a pot shot at Reloff. I don't think he can possibly do damage to him. So what do we determine? Green, 2 yellows. 9, 8, 7. It's a miss anyway. So my Dragonborn activated that. I took a pot shot. Game over. I'm still within 3 inches. 19, 20, 21, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 victory points. Let's have a look at the oaths. Oop, where's the ambush? Land is ours. I'm going too far. Where is Delve? Solid victory. I will not use equipment or any treasures I collect, so I did pick up a healing potion. I didn't use it. And my past champion will gain a bonus from a sandstone. He was the closest to that, so 22 ridiculous. That was a massacre. So this is it. This is potentially how I could do a live one. I have been attempting a shaky cam, but I really had to delete stuff off my phone. As I say, I do have another camera coming. It's in lockdown, so it's trapped at work, unfortunately. I delivered it to my work address and now working from home. So stay safe, people. This is going to be private. I might share it with a few people to see how it goes. But it was the first delve on the campaign mission. I found one treasure, which is a healing potion. How many? I got loads and loads of victory points. Can I use those to level up? I will have to look into that. Could I have potentially leveled up? Interesting. I'll speak about that on the next adventure. So yeah, this camera is a bit pixelated. Definitely look to the stream if I can get a better one. And a clamp and stand to stand it on, you know. But hopefully the sound has gone well. I can see my sound flashing away. Has been raining, but in my test, I don't think you'd hear the rain. Yeah, Skyrim Modiphius, that went really smoothly. But I have had about 5 or 6 games where it's not gone smoothly, and I have been remembering the Dragonborns punish the wicked, I think it is, or something like that. Treasure hunter, dual savagery, intimidation, banish the wicked. Adds the yellow dice to all attacks performed against danger, undead, vampire, and werewolf. Yep, so I remembered that. And Reloth, I thought I played him wrong because in the last game, generally it's an action to swap weapons, but because he's a ranger, you can swap weapons for a free action. I think that all went smoothly. Apart from not applying disease, that went smoothly. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. This is Mark's Dice Tales, playing Modiphius's Call to Arms. Playing it with proxies. Obviously, this is Warcry terrain, D&D creatures, miniatures, and such. Most of them from Castle Ravenloft. Some of them just picked up from bits boxes at local shops, like Fanboy 3. Who have like a big bucket of models that you can pick up. Some of them possibly gained from eBay and such like that. Some homemade hills and terrain, and this lovely mat that I've made to represent my dungeon delves, as you've seen on my other videos. I'll call it a night. Let's wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.